Hi, I'm Sean. Today I'm chatting about Venus conjunct Saturn in Pisces on the 24th of April this month. Please see the timestamps for your sun, moon, and rising sign, but also listen to my intro. Venus and Saturn are two very different cosmic energies. This combo is a little unusual. Venus is the planet of love, beauty, and pleasure. She governs our relationships, creativity, and what we find valuable. Think of Venus as the sweet, indulgent side of life. Saturn, on the other hand, is the planet of discipline, structure, and responsibility. He represents limitations, boundaries, and the passage of time. Saturn is often associated with hard work and the lessons we learn through challenges. While seemingly opposite, Venus and Saturn are actually complementary forces. Venus inspires our dreams and desires, while Saturn provides the structure and commitment needed to manifest them. When these two planets meet in the sky, as they will on April 24th, their energies blend, creating a powerful opportunity for growth and manifestation. This particular conjunction takes place in the dreamy, compassionate sign of Pisces. Pisces is associated with intuition, spirituality, and unconditional love. This adds another layer of depth and sensitivity to the Venus-Saturn energy. Pisces encourages us to connect with our deepest emotions and desires. It reminds us that true fulfillment comes from aligning with our soul's purpose. With Venus and Saturn in Pisces, we are called to approach our dreams with both passion and practicality. This conjunction invites us to find a balance between our idealistic visions and the grounded action required to bring them to life. It's a time to commit to our aspirations with both heart and mind. How might this energy manifest in our everyday lives? Let's imagine a few scenarios. The aspiring artist. A young artist, inspired by a surge of Venusian creativity, commits to a daily Saturnian practice of painting. Through consistent effort, they develop their skills and eventually hold their first exhibition. The hopeful romantic. A single person, yearning for a committed relationship, decides to approach dating with more Saturnian maturity and intention. They define their values, work through past relationship patterns, and eventually attract a partner who aligns with their authentic self. The passionate entrepreneur. An individual with a burning desire to start their own business finally takes the practical steps to make it happen. They create a solid business plan, secure funding, and persevere through the inevitable challenges of entrepreneurship. These are just a few examples of how the combined energy of Venus and Saturn in Pisces can help us turn our dreams into tangible realities. So let's move into your signs. Aries, it's time to go within. With Venus and Saturn aligning in your deeply spiritual 12th house, you're entering a powerful phase of healing, release, and quiet transformation. You might find yourself craving solitude, retreating from the noise of the world to reconnect with your soul. Old romantic illusions could gently dissolve, making space for something more meaningful, perhaps even a karmic connection that arrives in unexpected, mystical ways. Journaling, meditation, or listening to music that touches your heart may be surprisingly profound now. Think of this as a cosmic spa day for your spirit. You're not running away, you're realigning. Your mantra: I create space for soul-deep love and peace. Taurus, your cosmic friendships and future dreams are getting a meaningful glow-up. With Venus and Saturn linking up in your 11th house, it's time to get serious about your long-term goals and the company you keep. You might commit to a collaborative project that's close to your heart, or find a soul-aligned friend who becomes something much more. It's also the perfect moment to assess your circle. Are your friendships nurturing your dreams or draining them? Joining a new group, class, or online community could bring you into contact with kindred spirits who support the bigger vision you're building. Your mantra: I invest in future dreams that nourish my spirit. Gemini, the universe is spotlighting your career, reputation, and long-term goals, and it's time to add some heart to the hustle. With Venus and Saturn teaming up in your 10th house, you may be called to commit to a path that blends success with soul. This could mean refining your brand, launching a meaningful project, or even finding love through professional circles. It's not just about climbing the ladder, it's about building a legacy that reflects your true values. You might surprise yourself by craving more structure or finally being taken seriously for your talents. Let your dreams grow roots. Your mantra: I build a legacy with love and integrity. Cancer, get ready to fall in love with wisdom, wanderlust, and your spiritual path. With Venus and Saturn aligning in your adventurous 9th house, you're being called to commit to something bigger, whether it's a belief system, a long-distance romance, or a course of study that lights up your soul. Maybe you finally book that dream trip with meaning behind it, or you take your spiritual practice from sometimes to sacred ritual. Love could arrive through someone from another culture or worldview, helping expand your heart and your mind. This is about building your inner compass with devotion and depth. Your mantra: I trust the journey of devotion and higher truth. Leo, things are getting deep, in the best way possible. With Venus and Saturn cozying up in your intense 8th house, you're being asked to commit to transformation, intimacy, and emotional truth. This could mean merging finances, healing trust issues, or deepening a relationship that feels destined. You might uncover an old fear around vulnerability and finally start releasing it. There's magic in facing what's hidden, especially when you do it with grace and courage. Bonus: this is also a great time to get real about shared money, investments, or an inheritance. Think cosmic rebirth with a velvet touch. Your mantra: I honor sacred bonds with depth and trust. Virgo, love gets real now, and that's a beautiful thing. With Venus and Saturn aligning in your 7th house of relationships, you're being called to either deepen a current partnership or set new standards for what you truly want. This could mean getting engaged, signing a contract, personal or professional, or meeting someone with soulmate vibes who feels like they've been part of your story forever. If you've been floating in the gray area, it's time to define the terms with love and clarity. The universe is asking, who's truly walking beside you on this journey? Your mantra: I welcome soulful partnerships that endure. Libra, it's time to bring beauty and purpose into your everyday world. With your ruler Venus aligning with wise Saturn in your 6th house of work, wellness and routines, the universe is helping you fall in love with the little things that build a meaningful life. Maybe you're redesigning your workspace, committing to a wellness routine that actually feels good, or even finding unexpected harmony with a coworker. You might also refine your schedule so it supports both your productivity and your peace. Acts of service could feel extra rewarding now, especially when done with heart. Your mantra: I align my effort with purpose and grace. Scorpio, your heart is stepping into the spotlight. With Venus and Saturn meeting in your passionate 5th house, you're being called to take your creativity, romance, and joy seriously, but in the best way. This could be the moment you finally commit to a creative project that's been calling your name, or a romance that starts to feel like forever. It's not just about fun anymore. It's about finding pleasure in what has meaning. For some, this may involve decisions around children or bringing a long-time dream to life. Your inner artist and lover are craving substance and soul. Your mantra: I express love in ways that uplift and last. Sagittarius, it's time to come home. To yourself, your roots, and the spaces that nurture you. With Venus and Saturn aligning in your cozy 4th house, you may feel called to commit to building emotional security, upgrading your home life, or healing long-standing family dynamics. Maybe you finally create that sanctuary you've dreamed of, invest in real estate, or set loving boundaries with relatives. Relationships with parents or roommates could go through a maturing phase. This is about finding peace in your foundation so you can launch toward the stars. Your mantra: I nurture stability from the inside out. Capricorn, your words are powerful now, and they come with weight, beauty, and wisdom. With Venus and Saturn aligning in your 3rd house of communication, learning, and local connections, you're being called to speak with heart and authority. This could be the time to launch a writing project, commit to a study plan, or form a meaningful connection through conversation. You might also solidify sibling bonds or step up as a thoughtful leader in your community. Say what you mean, and say it with love. People are truly listening. Your mantra: I communicate with love, clarity, and intention. Aquarius, it's time to get serious about what you truly value, starting with yourself. With Venus and Saturn joining forces in your 2nd house of money, self-worth, and material security, you're being called to build something beautiful and lasting. This could mean creating a new budget that reflects your real priorities, turning a passion into income, or finally charging your worth without apology. You may also feel a shift in how you define abundance, less about status, more about alignment. What you invest in now has long-term rewards, especially when it's soul-led. Your mantra: I honor my worth by what I create and allow. Pisces, this one's personal and powerful. With Venus and Saturn aligning in your sign and 1st house of self, identity, and new beginnings, the universe is helping you step into your next evolution with grace and strength. You might be redefining how you show up in the world, upgrading your style, setting firmer boundaries, or embracing a deeper sense of self-love. This is the perfect moment to commit to a version of you that's more aligned with your truth, your beauty, and your purpose. It's not just about appearances, it's about embodying your essence fully and unapologetically. Your mantra: I commit to becoming the most loving version of me.